What makes Alpha Wave Trader method so different? Until 2008, I was position trader in major stocks. Trading major stocks, holding them based on fundamentals was never an issue. Powerful bullish rally, investing in real estate, holding fundamentally sound stocks was very, very easy to do until 2008. 2008 was a wake-up call for me personally because stocks that were sound fundamentally were no longer working. Stocks were collapsing and nothing was stopping the collapse. That's when I recognized that there is much more to the story, that fundamentals by itself do not work, that there is so much more powerful than fundamentals. I went to start studying technicals. I started spending time with charts and studying price action only. And that's when symmetry and power of the most magnificent puzzle of all, price action, started unraveling. That's when I started developing Alpha Wave Trader method. As of today, I developed 19 strategies. Power of the price never ceased to amaze me. More time I spend with price, more clear it becomes. Price is the same. It doesn't matter what you look at. If I will show you the chart, you would not have a clue. What chart is this? Is this Apple monthly or is this 1 minute chart on S&P future? Therefore, if method works on any instrument and any time frame. This is S&P 8-minute chart. In our day trading room, I demonstrate method on S&P daily. And I will show you where to find today's trade recording. Method applies to anything that has price, any platform, any time frame, from stocks, option to forex to ETFs to instruments and platforms I've never heard of. Method remains firmly sound, using simple 4 key rules for entry, stop, and target. Applying Alpha Wave Trader proprietary Fibonacci levels and rules. No software, no indicators of any kind. Simply price action for entry and Fibonacci for exits. Here is a couple of examples. Let's take a look on what played out on S&P 500 future yesterday at the close. Video posted on the website. The entire yesterday I was spelling out, ladies and gentlemen, this is the level I'm waiting for, because this is the exhaustion of the short trend. As you can see very, very clearly, this proprietary Fibonacci level identified as reversal zone. Therefore, expect reversal. What did you see played out since yesterday market close? Very powerful reversal. All the levels spelled out by the price yesterday had been respected in European session. As decision point 2 on S&P, never ever ever to be ignored. First resistance level to the upside, where S&P struggled for many, many hours. And here comes the level this morning at the open, where price collapsed all the way down to here, only to continue bullish rally that we've taken advantage of outside of decision point 2 for 10-point rally. And as I spelled out since yesterday, expect collapse at decision point 2. This is what we accomplished today in our day trading room, where I demonstrate the method on S&P 500 future. Using exact same rules, you can apply this method to Apple monthly if you choose, or Forex daily, or anything that has price. For example, take a look on Euro. And what has happened on Euro daily? When Euro came to reversal zone, where it's found very powerful selling pressure. But again and again and again, never ever ever ignore decision point 1 to the downside, where today you are taking a major pause. And that's how method works. Price the same everywhere. The same rules apply to any instrument and any time frame. As long as you identify what instrument, what time frame appropriate for you, your psychological comfort, and your risk management. Every single platform has Fibonacci tool. My platform of choice is NinjaTrader. When you come to NinjaTrader, it has multiple Fibonacci tools, and this is what I teach. How to use it properly, how to use the settings, what rules to apply. By itself, Fibonacci tool with standard setting does not work. Rules must be met. Every trade taken using price for entry and Fibonacci for exits, and formula remains the same. So why in the world do I not use any indicators? I had used indicators and I recognized very, very clearly that every single indicator I've ever came across is delayed. Every single indicator tries to mimic what price did after the fact. No indicator on the planet will show you where price is heading to, where to expect reversal levels, where to expect trend inception levels. For example, if you look on S&P monthly, where S&P had been struggling in bearish correction for the last 5 months, all the levels identified by Alpha Wave Trader method since 2009. And as I constantly remind my students, adore decision point 2 on S&P, where S&P had given you last opportunity to enter long position if you are position trader from decision point 2 in the month of October. And again, it's the same decision point 2 where S&P struggled in European session on hourly chart. All the same formula. So yes, we are at reversal zone on S&P monthly. And if you knew Alpha Wave Trader method, in 2009, you had the opportunity to buy S&P at very trend inception, which our option traders who finish the course report all the time taking advantage of on various instruments, from SPY to Apple to stocks to Forex, to anything that appeals to you. Formula remains the same. And for that reason, the only thing that matters is price. No indicator on the planet will spell out all these levels for you far in advance. One of my favorite indicators of all times in the past had been moving average crossover, which works quite well in trending markets. How often do we have trending markets? Only 20% of the time. What happens when market in correction? What happens when market is ranging? That's when no indicator on the planet will tell you to stay out and to respect very small formations. Your knowledge of the price structure will, and that remains the key. Price continue repeating exact same pattern time and time again. But if you're spending years investing in indicators, years later you would not know what price telling you. This is a chart of one of my mentoring students who had been a student for 20 years. When I start the mentoring session for the first time, I log into your computer. I would like to see what you traded prior, coming to Alpha Wave Trader course. And as you could see clearly, if the investment had been made in indicators, where is the price? How can you possibly see that price is simple and perfect? It's simply a puzzle that keeps evolving in exact same sequence, time and time again. And one of the most crucial and essential rules of all, knowing when to stay out. That was actually very fascinating 3 hours yesterday we were in the markets. When I kept saying, the only thing you can do is go up until here. This was massive chop on S&P. When knowledgeable traders said, forget it. Until S&P collapses here, I have no interest babysitting this fluff. And when this played out at the market close, this was ultimate confirmation of the power of price and Fibonacci. So this is all you will ever see in Alpha Wave Trader Method. Nothing less and nothing more. Price and targets. And it doesn't matter what instrument you will decide to trade. In our day trading room, I demonstrate the method on S&P 500 future, and I look forward to seeing you in our day trading room next week, as hopefully you would see the link posted in front of you for the next Monday through Thursday, where you will witness the accuracy of price and Fibonacci. So what makes Fibonacci so fascinating and so powerful? If you look around you, did you ever wonder why every flower has such perfect symmetry? When you look in the mirror, did you ever wonder why such perfect symmetry looking back at you? Look at everything that surrounds you. This exact same symmetry found in price. And that's the dance price does time and time again. If you come to the website and you go to Fibonacci archives, you can review what had been posted on the website forever and ever and ever, with projections very far in advance. Here's the Fibonacci forum, and here's the Fibonacci forum archives, where you can review projections years in advance, when you can watch the videos going back for years. Here's our trade recap from today up till 10 a.m. EST, when I close the trading room and reopen the last closing hour. All posted on the blog, including the results for the last 4 years. So why Fibonacci is so powerful and used in Alpha Wave Trader Method? When I started studying the price, it could not be more clear that this sequence is what defines the trend. This is a sequence that's used in Alpha Wave Trader Method. Golden ratio is the key. If you respect Fibonacci levels, if you know the rules, you would know incredibly clearly that this is how price evolves time and time again. And here is Alpha Wave Trader Method in a nutshell. And this is what I teach daily to my students. This is the key to the trend, and this is how I see it. Trend moves in 5 waves, only if trend is measured. Knowledgeable trader never, ever, ever, ever acquiring position at the end of wave 5, which is exactly where S&P had closed today at the market close. This is where a bullish trend had started, with perfect trend inception point. And this is what knowledgeable trader trades. Wave 1. Never, ever, ever, ever trade counter trend wave 2. If you miss the entry at the inception of the trend, acquire a position at the inception of wave 3. If trend is minor, this is where trend will end. No knowledgeable trader would ever touch counter trend structure 4. This is it. This is trading. Price, time and time again, works. Play by the rules. Enjoy the inception of the trend. Stay out of wave 2, wave 4. Worst case scenario, enjoy the inception of wave 3. If you're acquiring position at the end of wave 3, you are an incredibly aggressive trader. Success rate acquiring position at the end of wave 3 is 20%. Here's an example. Everything posted on social media you can review going back 4 years. Here's Euro 2014. Euro reached reversal zone since 2013 November. All spelled out by the price since 2012. Based on Alpha Wave Trader method, you had opportunity to short Euro from 3,800. Before I left on vacation in July 2014, I posted on social media. Will Euro reach decision point 1, 3,400 a year again later? Which was exact same level in July 2013? Euro had done so. Came to this level last week in July 2014. This is the end of the minor bearish trend, where Euro danced for a very long time. Once this level is broken, we all know what happened to Euro. The collapse had been exponential. And as spelled out, Euro heading until 1. And that's where Euro recently had found the bounce, correct? Not surprising. Not far off from 1. What do I project on Euro? Is 1 the end of the collapse? Absolutely not. Euro will head drastically lower down. Whatever bullish rallies you're witnessing on Euro are only corrective when it comes to monthly and yearly charts. Very, very temporary. And right now, as you are seeing the end of the minor trend on daily chart, where Euro could dance for a while, but this is a level I project to the downside next. Expect very, very powerful bounce not far off. Not surprising. Very important Fibonacci level. Exact same level where S&P gave last opportunity for long entry. Exact same level where you should expect the bounce on Euro. But it would be very, very temporary. All spelled out by the price since 2012. And this is the importance of reversal zone. This is what happens if you're acquiring position at reversal zone. Nothing good happens. In front of you, this is Alpha Wave Trader method to the key. Here's a couple of examples. The importance of reversal zone, never, ever, ever to be overestimated. Complete collapse on Amazon Weekly, announced on social media far in advance. And that's all there is. If you remove the indicators and if you put at least a few thousand hours into studying price action, you may develop your own method. And that's what I've done. I've never ever ceased to be fascinated by price, and for that reason I continue spending a lot of time studying the price. It's one of my favorite things to do. And more time I spend with price, more I recognize what a perfect puzzle it really is, and how largely it is completely ignored. Here we go again. Same 5-wave formation, major trend, complete reversal from reversal zone. Not a good idea to acquire a position here. Good idea to monitor for reversal. And this dance continue playing out time and time again. Doesn't matter if you trade ranging markets where price continue respecting Fibonacci levels, or if you trade trending markets. If you come to the website and you click on a home page, you can see very, very clearly and listen to the graduates who trade anything from stocks, forex, options, anything that has price. Highly encourage you to listen to what students have to say. Speaking of the devil, if we're talking about the volatile markets, if you're trading DAX, you would know incredibly clearly. The volatility of the DAX is extreme. Nevertheless, DAX respects markets as much as very slow markets like bonds or S&P will do. And here's an incredibly crucial reminder of price structure. And this image reminding you, enjoy the ride, most powerful wave 3, and never, ever, ever, ever break the rule and acquire a position at the end of wave. You interested entering into the brick wall, which is not a prudent thing to do. The exact same formula applies to the structure to the downside on short pattern. All the same, exact same formula and exact same dance. Not a good idea to acquire a position into reversal zone. We witness quite fascinating times in the market when it comes to oil. And if you browse social media, if you browse performance on the website, you would see until last month I continued demonstrating method on oil. But because majority of the students focusing on S&P, I finally said, ciao kapao oil, let's focus on S&P. So here's the structure on oil, and this is what I teach in Fibonacci class. How magnificent is price? Since 2011, oil spelled out, respect decision point 1 to the downside. Remember bullish rally and where it came from? The end of the minor trend, decision point 1 had been reached. Sellers struggled for the next few years to break this level. Nevertheless, you understand the price action? You would completely respect this level to be broken. Oil actually spelled out since 2011 that it's heading to here. And here we go. Reversal zone reached, and here is the bounce, as expected. All spelled out by price and Fibonacci far in advance. Short based on alpha wave trader method from this area. 105 to 100. All you have to do is pay attention to response to here. And when price collapses through this area, it's a confirmation. Bearish trend no longer minor. It means serious business. This level had been broken and had been broken with vengeance once and for all. All spelled out by the price since 2011. Reminding you, shorting oil right now, not a good thing to do. Reminding you what you're witnessing on this key rule. You know the rules. You are monitoring for reversal. All the same formula. Exactly what happened on S&P at the close yesterday. And that's how price moves. Few more examples, and I look forward to your questions. Here we go. Euro 3-minute chart. Perfect rally. Very powerful reminder. Enjoy the rules. Enjoy the inception of the trend. Never, ever, ever, ever acquire position at the end of wave 3. Simple and pure. Here we go. Crude oil. Very, very choppy market structure. Nevertheless, Fibonacci levels are respected and respected highly. Google 1-minute chart, one of the cleanest charts of all times. If every chart was this perfect and this clean, trading would have been the easiest thing to do ever. It really is flawless price structure. In this particular case, trader got lucky, catching just tiny bit of wave 5, the 20% I mentioned earlier. So here we go, alpha wave trader concept, pure price for entry and Fibonacci for exits. No software, no indicators of any time. Method applies to any instrument and any time frame. Can be traded on any platform. Fibonacci price waves is what creates pure price action. Is what defines wave formations, wave terminations, and therefore giving you high probability entries, high probability targets, and showing you the most essential component of all, when to stay out of the markets. In Alpha Wave Trader community, I look forward to seeing you in our live trading room where I demonstrate the method. Our students enjoy education room daily and graduates club, where after graduation you can join others with live commentary and live strategies that the visitors to the trading room do not hear, with continuous daily education. Course starts this Monday, June 4th. And if you come to the website, I highly encourage you, review the information under Learn. Education course info is posted here. And if you have any questions, always feel free to contact me. And don't be surprised if I would actually answer the phone and reply to your email, because I love what I do and I become friends with a lot of my students. If you come to About section, you can review about Alpha Wave Trader method. You can review very important frequently asked questions, view the samples of the videos with 3 years worth of video library, and meet students and graduates. We meet pretty much every other month in different parts in US. Here's New York last month. William option trader, Serge S&P trader. I'm in the middle. Here's Newport Beach, few months ago. Option trader, SPY trader, oil trader, S&P trader, DAX trader. Trading becomes very, very fun if you know exactly what to expect from the price. And if you know exactly when to enter, when to stay out, and how to play by the rules. So ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to your questions. I hope I'll be able to see the questions. Here we go. If you would just post the instrument and time frame of your choice, I will gladly answer your question. I have students who come from Elliott Wave background who report that Elliott Wave is very subjective and very complex. I would say probably 20% of my students come from Elliott Wave background. I've never read one page about Elliott Wave. The only thing we have in common is word wave, because price moves in waves. That's all there is. I don't know anything about Elliott Wave. I'm only interested in the method I developed, and I believe that price is simple, precise and pure, not complex. About 10% of the students learn within one class. Everything depends on your background. It actually shocks and floors me when students report that after first class, absolutely ultimate 100% accuracy on homework, which I actually do ask my students. Here's an example of the email I just received. Student who started course 2 weeks ago, Preston. And that's what life is all about. So I have library of the emails I received from my graduates and my students, and that's all that matters. I teach you how to fish, you become fishermen. You can play by the rules, you join all the other students who are very successful traders. Any other questions? The other 90%, the other thing, the course is 8 weeks, it's an overkill. Absolutely overkill. I designed it for 8 weeks in case you have to take vacation, take time off. 90% learn everything within 4 weeks. How long does it take to learn four rules? How long does it take to learn keep for entry, stop, and target? Again, 10% of the students learn everything within first class. If you have any experience as a trader, you learn trend inception and trend continuation trade, strategy that applies to any instrument and any time frame. We start every morning at 9:15. Classes every single day with my students. I have very casual environment, meaning a lot of times, like today, we stay all the way through market close. Very important classes are Monday, strategy class, 12:45, and Fibonacci classes every Friday. Trading room is closed on Fridays. You have access to the manual and modules 24/7. Trading psychology, money management constantly addressed throughout the course. This is group education. If you choose to subscribe to private mentoring, you have access to all the group sessions, plus we meet weekly, unless you prefer to meet bi-weekly, during 12 weeks. And with my mentoring students, we become very, very connected. So I highly encourage you, review the info. Any questions, always feel free to contact me. Yes, if you come to my website, here's the blog and here's the video library. View the live video. This was yesterday, very, very painful day, and this is the rally I referred to from this level. This is what we took advantage of, this area. All recorded on live trade video. Also, those of you who know what FOMC is, here's a live recording of FOMC 9 points rally. And for beginner traders, those of you who are lucky enough not to have any indicator addiction, not to have any bad habits, I highly encourage you to listen to a couple of beginner traders who took the course. If you click on this orange section, Janice, I intend to visit her in Florida, incredible lady, never pushed the button on her computer course about a year ago. So I highly encourage you to listen to her. Beginner trader. When price rules are met, fib levels change. Speaking of the devil, this is where we are on S&P Weekly. Stock at the end of the minor trend. Completely. This level is broken. S&P is heading to 2161.50. And that's where we are on weekly chart for many weeks. And this is exactly the level I posted on social media for the last 2 months about Apple. Do you know where Apple is? Apple sitting at the exact same level. The end of the minor trend. Correct? 3 months. Never, ever, ever, ever enter into this level. And where is Apple heading to next? This level is broken. Apple is heading to 146.84 and 166. Every level is Fibonacci target. At every level, you must monitor for the rules to see if you need to exit your position. So let me answer your questions. We have about 15 more minutes. I see a question about coffee daily. Just right now I'm scrolling back, Apple daily. So let's. Indicator, absolutely no indicator in the course. I'm proud that I developed indicator-free method. I don't believe in indicators. I believe in knowledge. When you come to the website and you click about, and this is what this webinar was all about, indicator-free method. Very, very important point that I've been making throughout webinar. So as I'm being reminded, I have very, very few minutes left. So let's take a look as quickly as I can on Apple Daily. Any other questions? As long as I have a data feed, I will gladly do so. Meaning in the next 2 minutes, so I don't have to reload the charts. So once again, we discussed the importance of the minor trend, correct? Here is Apple Daily. On NinjaTrader, I prefer to use 1440-minute chart. Did you know what not to enter into? Did you know that if you ever acquiring position into this level, this is what happens? Not the place to do it. This level is broken on daily. Apple is heading to here. Key to monitor for rules at every level. No entry into the levels, trade only in between. By the time price comes to this level, your stop is very, very close because this is completely expected. Pound dollar, excellent question. I'm sorry, I don't have time to browse on different data feeds. Pound dollar, I have ready. Pound dollar is heading into oblivion. I want to show you where pound dollar collapsing from and where pound dollar is going to take a temporary pause. Here's pound dollar daily, reminding you, respect and adore reversal zone. Never, ever enter into it. Expect very strong bounce from this area. A very powerful and very strong one. Expect this level to be broken completely. Let me show you precisely where pound dollar will head after this level is broken. This level is broken. This is where pound dollar is heading to 50.38 all the way down to 47. At each level, you must monitor for alpha wave trader rules to see if you have to exit a position. This would be ultimate fight. Based on what pound dollar is telling me today, I expect this level to be broken. Of course, anyone who trades without stop loss never survives the markets, as shown on the website clearly. You learn entry, stop, and target. No one ever trades without stop. Posted on the website, entry, stop, and target. Absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure being here. I hope you could see the invitation to my trading room posted to all of you. Trading room will be open at 9:30 on Monday morning. As always, you have any questions, I look forward to hearing from you. Very, very easy. If you come to the website, contact us. You will see my phone number and my email. So thank you so much for your time. Look forward to hearing from you. I highly encourage you. If you're interested in the course, if you're interested in the method, review the information first. Then I look forward to hearing from you. So thank you so much. Have a marvelous weekend and look forward to seeing you in a trading room on Monday morning, where I demonstrate the method on S&P 500.